Hello and welcome to CloudFolks Hub. My name is Bhavesh Atara. When I hear, I forget. But when I do, I understand. Whenever we are going to perform lab of any particular AWS service, we are able to understand how the things are actually working. We already completed theory of Amazon Firehose, but I want you to understand how Firehose works practically. So in this video, we will perform lab of Amazon Firehose. Let's start. In this particular lab, we have requirement of data producer who is going to send data to the Amazon data Firehose, and Firehose will deliver this data into the Amazon S3 so you can store your live stream data and use it later to analyze this. Now, we will start our lab session with Amazon data Firehose stream. We are going to create Amazon data Firehose stream, and this stream will deliver this data to Amazon S3. Don't worry about data producer right now. Why? Because Firehose is actually giving us a ready to use producer. We can use this to test the entire flow. Okay. So don't worry about data producer right now. Let's start with Amazon data Firehose. Right now I am inside Amazon Kinesis services and I'm going to choose Amazon data Firehose. We already discussed about Kinesis data stream. So now I'm going to choose Amazon data Firehose. Now, when you create Amazon data Firehose stream, you have to choose source first. Now we have three options. Amazon Kinesis data stream. You can use Amazon Kinesis data stream as a source of the Firehose. We are not going to perform this lab because we already completed how we can create Kinesis data stream. If you want to perform this lab, you can perform it easily. Just watch previous video in which I have created Amazon Kinesis data stream. Create this stream first and then use it as a source. For us, the new thing is use direct put. Now, Amazon Firehose can also stream data directly, so we can use this. So what I'm doing, I'm going to use direct put over here, and in the destination, I'm going to use Amazon S3. It means we don't need Kinesis data stream right now. Okay. This will be the Firehose stream name. Let's give name like CloudFolks stream. Now, optionally, if we want to transform or convert the data, we can do it. But right now, we don't want to make this entire lab complex. So I'm not going to use any transform and convert record option. In the destination setting, we have to choose our bucket. If you have existing bucket, you can browse it over here. I don't have any bucket, so let me click on create, and we are going to create one S3 bucket. Here it is a global namespace. I'm going to give name CloudFolks stream data. Okay. We just need to create simple bucket. So let me click on create bucket, and now we just need to browse bucket. So I'm going to click on browse and let me refresh this, and I'm getting this CloudFolks stream data. Choose. If you want to add any delimiter, dynamic partitioning, you can do it. If you want to add any prefix, you can add this, but if we are not going to add any prefix, Amazon S3 will make it automatically. Okay. From here, you can choose a time zone. Let's say that I am from India, so I'm going to choose Asia, Kolkata. And now here we have buffer. What is buffer? I already explained you into the theory previous video. Here we can set buffer size. So what will happen? Firehose will collect 5 MB of data and then it will forward it to the bucket. Okay, right now I am just going to make it 1 MB. So Firehose now going to collect 1 MB of data together and then it will deliver it to the S3. If you want to set up the time on buffer interval, you can also. Right now, I'm going to set buffer interval means I'm going to set 5-second interval. So what will happen? Firehose will collect data of 5 seconds and then after 5 seconds, it will deliver this data to the S3 bucket. Okay. If you want to compress data records, you can compress it, and there is the encryption options as well. We are going to use S3 default encryption. Here we have advanced setting like Amazon CloudWatch error login. If you want to enable, I'm not going to enable it right now because we will discuss about CloudWatch in upcoming days. So right now we are not going to enable it. Here it is going to create one service account. It means Amazon Firehose will get permission to store the data into the S3 and it is going to create IAM role. Okay. So yeah, we are just going with the default option and here we need to click on create Firehose stream. Now here you will get this particular error, your Firehose stream is not created and you will get this error, and this is obvious error. Everyone will get this, okay, but we don't have any issue. We just need to click create Firehose stream again and it will create automatically. Okay, so this is like a UI problem of AWS, so don't worry about this. Click create Firehose stream again and it will create your stream. Now look, stream is creating and here we have test with demo data. Now test with demo data is actually working like our producer. So from here we can produce the data and then we will go to the Amazon S3 and we will test this data. Okay, so very simple process we have. Look, status is active. Now I just need to test this. So what I will do, test with the demo data, and here we have step 1, start sending demo data. When I will click over here, it will send this data to Amazon Data Firehose stream, and then Amazon Data Firehose stream will deliver this data to S3. So finally, we will get this data on a S3. Okay, let me click on start sending data. As you know that our interval is 5 seconds, so I'm just waiting for some time, and after 5 seconds.
Thanks for watching. To continue learning AWS with structured lessons, real labs, practice tests, and live sessions with Bhavesh Atara, join our full course at www.cloudfolkshub.com. For any help, call 982-575-7737. All course details are provided in the description.